A friend of mine that I went out to dinner with a couple of weeks ago told me that I should make a video to tell you my story and my why I'm so passionate about the work that I do and why I'm so passionate about helping people to reclaim their health. Obviously for me right now, going through the sort of menopause phase, that's my focus, but I mean my journey started a long time ago. I'd say right back from when I was a child. I was a really sickly kid. I had lots of health issues. I had an autoimmune condition that really knocked the wind out of me for a few years when I was 9 and 10. And I had lots of gut issues. I was always on antibiotics for infections. As I got older, this all turned into like chronic fatigue. I ended up with really bad acne. That then sort of turned into early 20s, moved into sort of depression, was still having huge gut issues, and no one had any answers for me. No one could help me. They were giving me huge amounts of different diagnostics. I was having x-rays and you name it, I was getting it done, and they couldn't really find what was happening. And then eventually I met a naturopath. I moved to Australia, met a naturopath, and I met a really good functional doctor, and they started asking me some really interesting questions and getting some functional tests done. And we actually started to realize that I had deficiencies. I had iron deficiency. My neurotransmitters in my brain weren't functioning the way they should. There was some bacteria buildup. I had latent viruses in my system. All these things were impacting me, and I had a lot of toxicity because of the diet I'd consumed my whole life. And so there the journey began, and I decided that I wanted to go and study. So I went and studied naturopathy and nutrition. I actually moved from naturopathy to nutrition because that was I really loved nutrition. And so I reversed my infertility and got pregnant within 3 years, changed my whole diet, understood how my body works. Once I learned how the body worked, I was a brand new version of myself. I just felt like I had sovereignty over my body. I could understand how it worked. And so every time something wasn't feeling right in my body, I'd be able to run it through the whole understanding of how the body worked and what I thought it could be. And I always asked why. So when the box standard GPs were just wanting to just give me a pill for a symptom, I felt like they were like dealers, not healers. And that wasn't what I was about. So I studied, and I've been helping people ever since with their health, both from a fitness perspective and just being that investigator with them, the big why asker. What is happening? It's not good enough that you've got an autoimmune disease, or you've got arthritis, or you've got gut issues, or like now, okay, so we've got hormone challenges that are really affecting us because we've had such toxic lives. We're bombarded with toxins. We eat them, we breathe them, they're all in our environment, and we're not really good at eliminating them. So our body is storing them. We're laying down more fat tissue to store more toxins. That's the safest place to put it. And it's just this perpetual cycle of just not feeling great. And if you weren't healthy before menopause, you're definitely not going to feel great as you go through it, because all what you had before is just going to be exacerbated. So that's why I am now working with women in this phase of life, and we've got the 8-week reset coming up in October, to work with a small group of women. I work with a small group of women because I really need to be able to focus on everybody individually. Whilst I can deliver a lot of information generally, I also need to be able to work with you individually to sort of look at, the why of what's happening for you and get you some traction, so that at the end of the 8 weeks you're armed with the knowledge and you've made some progress and you're well on your way to feeling fantastic. Because I really believe you can feel fantastic. I know I've done that for myself. So I'm going to be bringing some videos over the next few weeks. We've only got a few weeks obviously till October. And I'm going to bring you some videos and give you little snippets of what's going to be covered. I am offering a free discovery call for if anyone's interested in understanding a little bit more about what's in the course or what's in the program with me, and we'll have a look and be really honest with each other about whether you're a good fit. Is this going to work for you right now, or maybe there's another way I can help you, or maybe I can redirect you to somebody else that can help you. So please reach out, send me a DM if you want to organise a discovery call. If you're really serious about making some changes and you want to feel better, reach out, and I'll be back soon with some more information.